After 65 years of painful mystery, detectives finally revealed the true name of America's unknown child, shattering a decades-old cold case with groundbreaking genetic genealogy and modern DNA science. To understand this profound breakthrough, we must step back to the winter of 1957, when a horrifying discovery in a Philadelphia woodland shocked an entire nation. On February 25, 1957, a young college student checking muskrat traps stumbled upon something deeply disturbing off Susquehanna Road in the Fox Chase neighborhood. Inside a discarded cardboard box that once held a bassinet from J.C. Penney, the student discovered the naked, lifeless body of a young child. The box contained a small, vulnerable boy wrapped carefully in a plaid flannel blanket, initiating one of the longest and most haunting unsolved investigations in American history. Responding officers rushed to the wooded Fox Chase crime scene, securing the area as investigators began cataloging every detail of the grim and shocking discovery. First Officer Elmer Palmer later recalled how profoundly the crime scene disturbed everyone involved, describing it as a tragedy that no veteran detective could ever forget. Investigators quickly estimated the young victim was between 4 and 6 years old, standing 3 feet 6 inches tall and weighing a mere 30 pounds. An initial autopsy revealed the horrific truth of his final days, establishing that the child had suffered severe blunt force trauma resulting in his tragic homicide. His tiny body bore the devastating marks of long-term physical abuse, featuring multiple healed fractures and fresh bruises scattered across his malnourished, fragile frame. Physicians also documented mysterious surgical scars located near his ankle, foot, and groin area, suggesting he had received medical attention somewhere prior to his death. Gruesomely, his sandy brown hair had been recently and unevenly cut, with stray hair clippings still clinging to his skin, hinting at a desperate disguise. The Philadelphia Police Department launched a massive, unprecedented investigation determined to uncover who could commit such an unspeakable act against an innocent 4-year-old boy. Desperate for any clues, authorities shared photographs of the boy and his clothing across local newspapers, hoping a grieving relative or neighbor would finally step forward. Police distributed 400,000 flyers featuring the child's likeness throughout Pennsylvania and surrounding states, flooding postal offices and municipal buildings with pleas for help. In a drastic move to generate leads, authorities even placed the boy's body on public display at a local medical school for citizens to inspect. Thousands of tips poured into police headquarters from concerned citizens, but every single lead ultimately led to a disappointing dead end for exhausted detectives. Theories multiplied wildly across the city, ranging from illegal adoption rings and foster care neglect to human trafficking syndicates operating deep within the Commonwealth. Despite intense public interest and endless police interviews, no one came forward to claim the child, leaving him utterly anonymous as the weeks turned into years. With no identity and no claimants, authorities buried the nameless boy at Ivy Hill Cemetery in Cedar Brook, Philadelphia, beneath a modest marker bearing a heartbreaking title. His headstone was permanently engraved with the words "America's Unknown Child," transforming his gravesite into a national symbol of unsolved grief and lost innocence. Even after burial, dedicated detectives refused to let the case fade into obscurity, periodically reopening the investigation whenever new forensic techniques slowly became available. Decades passed as generations of police officers retired, but the mystery of the boy in the box remained an open wound for the Philadelphia Police Department. In 1998, authorities took the dramatic step of exhuming the boy's remains to extract any viable biological material for emerging DNA testing methods. While 1998 technology yielded limited profiles, it proved that investigators were willing to exhaust every scientific advancement to restore the child's stolen identity. Years later, in 2019, investigators extracted additional genetic material from the boy's degraded remains, hoping science had finally advanced far enough to help. Mid-century biological samples degraded severely over decades, making traditional DNA extraction nearly impossible without specialized, highly modern forensic techniques designed for ancient or damaged DNA. Enter genetic genealogy, a revolutionary fusion of advanced DNA profiling and traditional family tree research that was transforming modern cold case investigations across America. Philadelphia police partnered with specialized organizations like the DNA Doe Project, applying these cutting-edge genetic methods to the notoriously difficult mid-century biological samples. Genetic genealogists built massive family trees from distant relatives who had voluntarily uploaded their DNA profiles to commercial genealogical databases, searching for ancestral links. Piece by piece, genetic branches began to align, pointing investigators towards specific family lineages rooted deeply in the Philadelphia area's historical records. Researchers painstakingly traced maternal and paternal lines, cutting through generations of marriages, births, and deaths to isolate potential relatives of the unknown boy. The genealogical breakthrough finally connected the boy's DNA to specific genealogical branches, identifying his biological mother as Mary Elizabeth Plunkett from local records. Further genealogical analysis pinpointed his biological father as Augustus John Zarelli, establishing both parents and unlocking the long-hidden truth of his biological heritage. Public records confirmed that the child was born on January 13, 1953, in Philadelphia, finally giving investigators a concrete birth date to work with. For over 6 decades, this vital piece of information had remained locked away in forgotten birth registries and unexamined family trees across the Commonwealth. Armed with these breakthrough family connections, detectives formally identified America's unknown child as 4-year-old Joseph Augustus Zarelli, ending 65 years of painful anonymity. The historic announcement was officially made by the Philadelphia Police Department in November 22, stunning true crime enthusiasts and veteran investigators around the world. News outlets quickly broadcast the miraculous identification, celebrating the moment science successfully gave a name and a personal history back to a forgotten victim. People across Philadelphia and beyond expressed profound relief that the boy in the box was no longer just an anonymous symbol of tragedy. Yet, while Joseph's identity had finally been restored, the momentous discovery immediately brought entirely new questions regarding the tragic circumstances of his brutal murder. Investigators faced a towering new challenge, as both of Joseph's biological parents had already passed away, taking vital secrets with them to their graves. Law enforcement officials emphasized that the investigation into who killed Joseph Augustus Zarelli remained fully active, urging anyone with historical family knowledge to step forward. Historians and true crime experts continued to debate how a 4-year-old boy could vanish from official records without anyone ever reporting him missing. Some researchers suggested that the lack of a missing person report indicated deep familial dysfunction or fear of involvement with mid-century child welfare authorities. The Ivy Hill Cemetery gravesite, once bearing only America's unknown child, now stands as a place where visitors honor Joseph by his real name. Memorial signs erected near Susquehanna Road continue to mark the tragic spot where his young life was cut short over 6 decades ago. Joseph's tragic story proved that even the most degraded historical evidence can eventually yield answers through relentless persistence and modern scientific innovation. Forensic experts hailed the case as a milestone for genetic genealogy, demonstrating its unprecedented power to solve decades-old cold cases previously considered hopeless. Police departments nationwide began looking at their own unidentified victim files with renewed hope, inspired by Joseph's successful identification after 65 years. Reflecting on the journey, retired officers and active detectives alike marveled at how far investigative technology had evolved since that freezing February morning. The community of Fox Chase, forever linked to the grim discovery, still remembers the frightened student who first spotted the box in the underbrush. Generations of Philadelphians have grown up knowing the tale, turning a horrifying local mystery into an enduring symbol of communal empathy and remembrance. The physical case files in police archives now bear Joseph's true name, closing a monumental chapter in American law enforcement history. Despite knowing who he was, the identity of his killer remains one of Pennsylvania's most deeply frustrating and haunting unresolved mysteries today. Detectives maintain hope that someone out there still holds the missing piece of information needed to bring true justice for young Joseph. The legacy of the boy in the box serves as a permanent reminder of our collective duty to protect the most vulnerable among us. Joseph Augustus Zarelli rests in peace today, no longer a nameless statistic, but a recognized little boy with a documented past and a remembered name. Though the killer's face remains hidden in shadow, restoring Joseph's name stands as one of the greatest triumphs in modern forensic genealogy history. His short life was defined by unimaginable cruelty, but his memory is now preserved by a nation that refused to let him be forgotten. If this haunting true crime story moved you, remember to subscribe and share this video to help keep the memory of Joseph Zarelli alive forever.